So I'm going to try to get this in a good angle. I'm not going to use the vibrating table right now because I just want to see the difference between when I don't use it as opposed to when I do use it. So I'm going to be using these molds that I bought from Amazon. I actually like these molds. They are pretty durable and they hold up very well with the cement mixture. So for now I have 2 of these. If I have enough extra, then I'm going to be using my favorite mold from Modern Craft Labs. I purchased the 3.5, which holds 11.8 ounces of wax. And then I only fill it up to 10 ounces of wax because then the lid, which I'll show you in a moment, the lid fits nicely with the wooden wicks that I use. So today, if I have enough extra, I'm going to probably make a lid first and then I'll pour in this one. But if you haven't already seen my videos using them, go ahead and hit subscribe and check it out. So I'm going to first start out with my gloves, my mask that I use for cement, and of course my reading glasses, which you can't see in this video, but believe me, they're there. So what I like to do, how I like to mix, is using I put the color in first. So I'm going to go ahead and use the purple one. Didn't really come out that well, so I'm not going to try to do the purple. I'm going to wait on that. So right now I am using the Pothos Green pigment from Earth Safe Finishes. It's actually my favorite brand of pigment. It's a liquid pigment. You can see the bottle is actually, what is it, 1.25 ounces. So it's really small. So a little bit actually goes a long way. And for this, I'm going to be making like a teal. So it'll be a little bit light. That's just the way I like it. I do have some violet coming in and a couple other colors that'll be fun coming in that I ordered last week. So when those come in, I will do another video with those. So I start with taking about 5 or 6 drops of the Pothos Green, or whatever color that you are going to use. And then what I do is I like to add water to the color directly before I even put cement in, because it blends better when the cement. And because I'm going to be using 2 of these molds, I'm going to fill it up to about, it's probably way more water than I needed to. It comes up to about the second ring on a solo cup, because this is the teal that I'm going for. And then I will add, actually I think what I will do is I will pour this is going to be new for me. So I have some Cementol right here, and I know I'm going to need more, so I'm actually going to go ahead and fill up the cement cup to the first ring on the cup. It's kind of how I measure. And because I'm doing it in this particular color, all right, so because I'm doing it with this color and I kind of want it almost like a uniform color, I'm not going to be adding any titanium dioxide to it. And I actually might need a second cup because I want to dump some of this cement all out. I don't want to add, I usually will add the cement in with the water, but this, we're going to try and see what it looks like. So I poured the rest of it into another container just in case. So let's just see. Because you can always add more cement, but once you put the water in, you have to keep adding cement. I didn't want to really do that, so. So, as you can tell, I did not pour all of the water mixture in yet, because you really want to be able to stir from the bottom. And we'll probably speed this part of the video up. I use these crafting sticks. They look like tongue depressors. That's what I like to use. Sometimes I will use paint stir sticks if I'm using one of those quart containers to mix everything. So clearly that's like too liquidy, but I didn't want to pour all of the water in or the cement because it's kind of hard to work into the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the concrete or cement. And then I can keep adding more of the water with the color. And for me, this is a little too thin of a consistency for where I live in Florida. For right now, the winter, it's a little too thin. So I'm actually glad I did not pour that whole thing of the color in. I'm just going to actually, I don't know if you can see it. It's too runny for me. And in my experience, I tried to make a little bit thinner, but I did not have good luck. In fact, it cracked before I even was able to take it out of the mold. So. I'm going to add a touch more of the color mixture. Now, normally, you want it to be like a pancake consistency, but even this is just again, just a little bit too runny for me. So I'm just going to add like teaspoon more of the Cemento. And that feels perfect to me. How I like to stir it is, you know, the big cement trucks that are always spinning when they go down the road. I like to kind of mimic that by scraping the edges and kind of turning the cup a little bit. To make sure I get any chunks of the cement. And this is the consistency that in my location works perfect for me. So, and one last thing I'm going to do is, actually, no, okay. Okay, so, let's see if I can pour this. And because I'm not marbling this, I just pour in a straight fashion. I definitely do, when I'm not using the vibrating table, I definitely do squeeze, tap. And then pour again. And you'll notice some like some kind of cool little rings around. But I personally actually do prefer the vibrating table over, you know, tapping. I just feel like it just gets those extra air bubbles out that maybe, you know, that I couldn't get out with tapping. So I'm going to set this one on my cooling drying rack while I fill up another one, because I did make enough mixture to fill up a second. At least I hope I did. At least I think I did. I actually should probably make a lid for this one. Actually, I did not. I probably made enough for a lid. And so now I'm going to have to make some more mixture quickly so that it doesn't separate. So one thing I wanted to do in the meantime, while this is setting, I wanted to show you, some people have asked to see my cement pouring station. So recently got a second steel table that I love from Amazon, because it just is a lot easier to clean up. So this is the cement pouring station, and over there is my candle pouring station. So you'll see that I have you know, another steel table, again, which I love. It's a little bit bigger, and it's got my waxes, and I had poured some concrete, or I keep saying concrete, it's cement, the candles already. This is one of them, and I'll get in another video and show you kind of how I label them and package them to make them unique. But that is my favorite, you know, mold, is the tulip mold from Modern Craft Labs. And then this one, as you can kind of see the size comparison, this one is a 25 ounce Modern Craft Lab mold that I also purchased from them. This it holds 25 ounces, but I fill it to 24 ounces so that it looks nice. And as you can see, the mold, the lip of the mold is able to fit nicely using my wooden wicks. So it is, I can't even pick it up with one hand. It's very large. I love it. I love it. So more of the, so I do use these in my own business. I used to use jars, and I still do on an occasion, like that's, you know, for test or a sample. But for the most part now, I do make all of my own cement vessels with my Tipsy candles. So that's kind of how I packaged one of my molds. And then over here, this is another one that I made and is currently curing in the same color that I'm making now. So, but I actually do love these from Amazon, and like I said, the lid fits perfectly on these. So this doesn't match, but see, it fits perfectly. This, I just haven't trimmed that wick, but it fits perfectly. So, you know, I would splurge on the molds, the lid mold, because they do fit absolutely wonderful. And so yeah, so that's the finished product. So I kind of wanted to show you that. And then I just use leather string to tie my labeling on and look nice. So that is the cement pouring station. It's obviously still got some work to do, but for now, I mean, I love it. It's, you know, I use the entire back room of my house. It's a second living room, but it's actually turned into my candle studio. So, all right, we will come back once these are fully set and we can demold them. They are nice and warm right now, so they're obviously not ready to come out because I just poured them. So, but we will be back after they set.
Okay, so we're going to demold both of these. They're both from the Amazon. Let's see if I can get this right here. Okay. So as you can first see, the two compared, the ones with more of the bubbles in it is the one that I put on the vibrating table. The smoother finish is the one that I didn't put on the vibrating table and just tapped out. So we will do the one that I put on the vibrating table first. I always struggle with removing these.
I decided to speed things up here because it took me forever to demold these molds. And as you can see, one came out really dark. However, once I water bathe them, then let them dry and then seal them, I have no problem whatsoever, and they look beautiful.
Pretty. So it does have a nice smooth finish. I don't like how kind of discolored, although it adds to the charm. Vibrating table. You can see it's got some discoloration. This is the one that I just tapped out. So let's see what this one turns like. This one, as I showed you before, doesn't have a lot of air bubbles. It comes out really, I don't know if you can see that shine, like that's just taking it right out the mold. So you can kind of see the difference in the two. This was made just by tapping it down and no vibrating table. This was with the vibrating table. So that is it for this experiment. So again, if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them in the comments. I appreciate every single one of you that watched. This is truly just a relaxing hobby for me, which is kind of comical because it's really not relaxing, but to me it is. So yeah, this is just a card diffuser that I made. It was an extra one, so it just wanted to get in the video, I guess. So, but anyway, if you have any questions, comments, drop them in the comments, and I will do my best to answer each one as I am able to. If there is something that you want to see on this small and humble YouTube channel, let me know in the comments, and I will try my best to accommodate. Thanks so much for watching, and remember to hit that like and subscribe button if you like what you see. It lets me know what kind of content to make. Yeah, so if there's anything else, everybody have a wonderful evening or day or afternoon, and I will see you next time right here at the Tipsy Candle. Thanks.